So I'm going to make a little video about all the paintings, Wheeltown paintings that I have for my show. It's pretty much about halfway through the book, but all the characters are pretty much there. Also, half of the other show is going to be earlier works. So anyway, so I'm going to show you some of the sketchbook and my paintings. The sketchbook drawings are going to be in the show as well. So sorry about that. First we have Simon's mother and father who are missing. He's a sea captain, very famous sea captain, and the mother who went missing on an excursion. Then we find Simon. He was a captain of a boat and that got eaten by a squid, so he's in a little lifeboat, and all of a sudden he comes across all these tires in the sullen sea out of nowhere. And here's a closer image of Simon. And then he comes across this cliff, as you see on the right, and he climbs up the cliff, and on the top is Wheeltown. And he has to get through this gate with a big tire on it. And it says, if you want to be let in, give the big wheel a spin. He comes into town and he sees way up on a cliff, higher up on the hill, the tower. And says, in wheels we trust. And he's very confused. And this is a typical little hut in Wheeltown. Then the first people he comes in contact with is Boris and Morella. And Boris is a street musician, and he comes around the corner playing a song that's called Magpie Melody. And this is Boris. And his companion is Morella, who's kind of a witch, tarot card reader, just a bad person, really. And this is her dragon house. It's a little corrugated trailer. And inside her dragon house, she's got like potions and tarot cards and such. And next we come into Granny Candy, who's in Sugartown, where Simon lives. And this is a triple scoop with rainbow sprinkles ice cream house with her candy garden. And this is Granny Candy with all the things around her that she loves. She has an anchor because she's a sailor too. And the candy, a map, etc. And then we come across, next person Simon comes across is Ebenezer Snow, who, this is the Liver River, and he jumps in there and swims every day. And this is a painting of Ebenezer Snow. Then we move on to who he meets next is Winchester, who is one of the twins, evil twins of the Wheelmites. And this is a painting of Winchester. Next, Simon is dragged into the factory to work. They build wheels in the factory. And he was dragged in by Fritz, who is the manager. And this is the factory with all the wheels, as you can see. And people will go around this tree every day and saying, power to the tower, power to the tower. And all the workers have to do this before going into the factory to work. And this is inside the factory. Then we come to the Lost at Sea Inn, is where Simon wound up. It looks like a sanctuary place, and it's owned by the Inglesbys. In particular, is I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Aunt Lucretia, and see, she has an anchor necklace. And this is inside the Lost at Sea Inn. Sea captain portraits, fish paintings. There's an octopus with chairs. The docker rocker, which makes the ship rock back and forth. just like you're on a real ship. And Aunt Lucretia, and the dining room with all sorts of fish decor and weird stuff they eat. Then I come across Alistair, who is the artist, and he is one of the siblings. It's Alistair and Isabel. And he has a lot of allergies. And I'm sorry, I misspoke, not Isabel, Esmeralda. And this is Esmeralda, his sister, and she has a bird fetish, a crow fetish, and that's her buddy Mephistopheles. She likes to read. And this is her secret room. She sleeps in a crow's nest. This is the inside of the Lost at Sea kitchen. I forgot one painting. It's downstairs. And then we have Waximilla, brother or sister to Winchester, one of the Wheelmites. Evil. And this is inside Granny Candy's house. That's her pet monkey, Mr. Hinklepink. This is her boat, some goggles. And this is in the tower, Waximilla's room. It's called the Crooked. Everything's uneven. This is where she lives. So they have to adjust furniture and whatnot to make it so she can get around. This is Esmeralda and Alistair's parents, the Inglesbys. They got wheeled and they have to live in the tower. And this is them in a painting. Then we have Harry Hemlock, who's the apothecary, and he's a henchman of the Wheelmites. And here he's paying off Tiger to do some evil deeds. This is inside Harry Hemlock's laboratory. It's underground. This is the wheel, big wheel you have to spin to get into the tower. It's the mood of the day, and all the moods are pretty much the same, bad moods, and you have to select which mood of the day it is before you enter the tower. And Wheels We Trust. This is Winchester's pump organ. Well, it's not a pump organ, really. It's just an organ, big organ that dances. And inside his laboratory or den with gouges in the floorboards from his heavy wheels. This is Black Pot. He's a Winkleby. He's a spy. Then we got, you saw all these. Then we have, I want to show you. We have villagers that have been wheeled. A whole bunch of them here. They're just miscellaneous. She's in a marching band. And then, I'm trying to get through this fast. This is the tower, is on the cliff, and this is where the tower is. This is a party at the Lost at Sea Inn. It's some guests at the party, and I did a watercolor of them too. And lastly is Dr. Wienerschnitzel. This is his laboratory. He does some dastardly things inside. He wheels the people. And here's just a miscellaneous house in Wheeltown. It's called the Chicken House. Ebenezer's treehouse. And inside Ebenezer's treehouse, and he has a maze to get to his treehouse. So I tried to go through this quickly because I know it's a long video. Anyway, that's basically what's going to be in the show. Hope you can come, and that's it. See you there.